Hey, Ikora.
Yes, Guardian?
Can we keep her? She's not like other Hive. What do you mean, asked Zavala. You know how he is. Oh, come on, Ikora. Ever since Kate died, you became the cool one. Between you and Zavala, that's saying something. Why are you walking away? Ikora, come back. Ikora! 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 Well, she's gone. So, what do I call you? I don't like that look in your three eyes. Ah! Why are you carrying me? Oh my god, I'm so tired. It was all night. Oh, hey. What am I talking about? Nothing. Nothing at all. Uh, this is the penultimate episode of Kamen Rider Geats, so let's get into it. The episode starts with 46 left off, Suel summoning the Grand End for it to go invisible. In the goddess room, multiple game masters start to appear. Sumeri and Ace are in a park talking about what Suel is up to. Ace tells her it doesn't matter, they'll stop him. They see a mother and a daughter walking hand in hand for the mother to ask her daughter what she wants to eat. Sumeri asks Ace if they're going to make a world where everyone can be happy. Ace answers with a smile that they are. Keiwa is currently working at the soba shop. He serves his sister a bowl of tanuki soba. The owner walks up to Keiwa telling him he's surprised that Keiwa is a Kamen Rider. Keiwa tells the owner it's a long road for world peace, but he'll do his best. Two school students call to Keiwa asking him if he really is a Kamen Rider when a screen appears with Ansu Sumeri on it. She announces the DGP will commence soon. Ace is looking up at the screens in the sky when the mom behind him and a businessman have drivers appear on their waist. Ansu Sumeri does Ichigo's henshin pose for the mom and the businessman to transform. The two students who are in the soba shop also transform at the same time. The mom and the businessman look at each other for a happiness prompt appears on their helmet to show the other's happiness. The businessman goes after the mom, yelling at her to give him her happiness. Ace tries to stop him, but the mom tells him that if they don't steal each other's happiness, they will end up dying. The businessman pushes Ace aside to attack the mom again. Then two different riders appear to join the fight. Sumeri takes the daughter to safety while Ansu Sumeri announces that this is a death game where you rob others' happiness, that only one person will survive. In the goddess room, Suel, Ansu Sumeri, and Samus are watching the riders fight. The eyes on Suel's suit are broadcasting the game to the DGP VIPs. Back in the soba shop, the two students look at each other ready to fight. Keiwa stands in between them to stop them when the schoolgirl tells the boy that she doesn't want to fight him. The schoolboy agrees for them to run out of the soba shop together. Keiwa runs after them as Suel is watching them on the screen. Samus asks the audience what the fate of the rule breakers should be. The audience yell out, elimination. The two students run down some stairs to be met with a game master. The game master snaps his fingers for Keiwa to watch the two students explode. Two riders are fighting for the armed claw rider to lose. A game master appears ready to snap his fingers, when Buffa straight up kicks the hell out of this game master. God damn, that looks like it hurt. Buffa transforms to menacingly walk towards the game master. The rider that was fighting the armed claw rider swings its armed propeller at Buffa. That's when more riders show up for Buffa to try to hold them off. At the park, Ace has transformed to try to stop the riders from fighting. He uses Mark II to quickly disarm everyone. Three game masters show up to eliminate the riders who don't want to fight. They're about to snap their fingers, but with his immense speed, Ace appears next to them to stop them. Ace hears Ansu Sumeri announcing the end of the game for today, and they will continue tomorrow. The game masters disappear as the riders lose their suits. Everyone is at Ace's DGP lounge. Neon says it's horrible they are making innocent people fight. Keiwa yells out that they have to stop this. Buffa tells them that the people see them as enemies. Sumeri chimes in saying that there are so many game masters watching over things and they only have a few people. Ace gets an idea when he hears game masters. Punchek tells everyone that if the audience want doom and despair, management will give it to them. Neon is in her father's office telling him there's something they can only do. Kosei agrees to help his daughter, telling her that he wants to protect the people he loves as well. At the Ukiyo residence in the dining room, Ace sits at the table. Sumeri asks Ace if there's a reason why they're here. Ace asks her to drop the honor fix. She is his sister. Sumeri angrily tells him she is not his sister. They hear the front door to open for a game master with a red helmet to step into the dining room. Morning comes for Suel to continue the game. Ansu Sumeri does Ichigo's pose again to restart the game for the citizens to transform again. Riders around the city are fighting to steal each other's happiness. Buffa shows up to protect some innocent civilians. Keiwa runs up to get the innocent civilians to safety. He tells Buffett to not attack, making him stop swinging his chainsaw sword. A game master is watching from the roof when Punchak throws a punch for it to dodge the attack. And Punchak gets his ass handed for the third time. Come on, Punchak, everyone likes you because you're an awesome character, but your win-loss ratio is really bad. Punchak gets back up to fight the Game Master again when a bunch of Jamato with sunflowers on their heads run at the Game Master. Bitch-ass Daichi shows up to help with these new Jamato. Punchak likes the new Jamato and runs back in to join the fight. In the DGP room, Sumari is watching everyone, rooting for their success. Sumari thinks the Jamato are cute, but also disgusting. Suel and management see the map is blinking to show the Jamato stopping the fighting. Samus asks him what are they going to do. Suel tells her to eradicate the nuisances. They hear Ace's voice telling Suel that he's going to be the one who's going to be eradicated. They turn to see Ace for Samus to ask him how he ended up in the goddess room. The game master that went to Ukyo residence steps next to Ace, saying he's the one that brought him in. He removes his mask, pulling back his hood for it to be Gregory. Gregory? Georgery. Jirori. There we go. Jirori. What the hell, Jirori? You know, I thought of something funny a while back. Jirori was never actually killed. It would have been funny if they showed Ace at the Ukyo residence and Jirori is living there. His punishment was his memories getting erased and then implanted with memories, thinking he's actually Ace's dad. I don't know, I thought it would have been funny. So yeah, the game master that showed up at the Ukyo residence was Jirori. He comments on how Ace is still audacious and now he's trying to topple management. Guess someone is still mad. Ace asks him if he joins Suel. Jirori tells him not to lump him together with the other game masters. Ace smiles at him for Jirori to do the same. Jirori questions when did the DGP become content to please a handful of VIPs. Suel says it was Geats. He drew the animosity of their VIPs. He asks Jirori, didn't he hate Ace at one time? Jirori says he did, but Ace is now contributing to world peace. That Ace is a spitting image of a Kamen Rider. Samus insults Jirori for voicing his disagreement, even though he's just a game master. Jirori yells at her that he isn't alone, that many of the audience desire a just DGP. Ace tells Suel he's done with him getting in his way, that he's going to change the world. He places his driver on his waist to transform. Suel moves his hand in the air to summon a magnum buckle on his side. Seriously? I talked about how Glare Rider's not using this ability that much. The next episode, Suel starts using this ability. Come on. Anyways, once the Magnum Buckle is on Suel's side, he uses this awesome ability that's different than the other Glare Riders. This starts the fight between him and Ace. So the first part of this fight is CGI. It shows Ace bouncing around, dodging the lasers from the Magnums. It's not bad, but like I've said before, it's actually a little bit better than other TV CGI. Ace tries to hit Suel with the sword, but is hit by the gun's lasers, throwing him through a portal appearing in what looks like a ruined parking lot. That's when they continue the fight. Sumari is watching the fight between the two. She holds her computer pad close. She walks away from the screen for Ansu Sumari to appear in the lounge. Oh, this doesn't look good. It's an even fight between Suel and Ace. Two of my favorite parts in this fight is Suel in the air, crossing his arms to block Ace's sword with his legs. Then he uses the boost buckle to make more boost buckles to use them to put him back on his feet. Now we know where Jit gets his Chadness from. Now we need him to just beat up Punk Jack. Suel tries to do another hand sign in the air, but is stopped somehow. We learn Neon and her dad did some light threatening to some VIPs. Like father, like daughter. Ace activates a finisher on his Geats Buster to run at Suel to swing his sword at him. The battle completely turns into Ace's favor. But then Suel does the most broken ability by a Glare Rider. He activates reverse on the side of his belt, turning back time on Ace, making him lose his rider form and driver. Even with his creation powers, Ace cannot stop the reverse ability from working on him. Now the ultimate despair, death, will fall upon Ace. Sumir walks up to Ace from the shadows, shocking him. She holds up the Magnum Shooter 40X to tell him she was waiting for this moment, and that she's sorry. Ace comments she finally dropped the honor fix. With a smile, Ace tells her he's ready. The trigger is pulled for a gunshot to be heard. Just like the opening. I hate you, Yuya! So what did I think of this episode? I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I like the fact that Ace Riders have to stop people from fighting each other. Add the X factor of the Game Masters making the people blow up if they don't fight. And yes, I did refer them as Ace Riders because they're Ace's Riders. I don't want to say this. I really don't. But Daichi was the MVP in this situation, making the Sunflower Jamato to stop the Game Masters and the other Riders. So, Jirori. Okay, he comes out of nowhere. It's cool to see him again, but it's never explained how he came back. Of course, like I said, he didn't die, but we don't know what happened to him. Now, maybe the next episode explains it, but that's the final episode. And here's a spoiler, but everyone's already on to Good Chard, so it's not really a spoiler. So if you don't want to hear it, go to this time. Here it is. The last episode doesn't explain why Jojori is here. Gurori. I guess from the context clues, Suel brought him back, but that falls into headcanon. So yeah, I don't know how he came back. The Neon and Kosei part was actually cute. You can see that Neon really is Kosei's daughter. The fight between Suel and Ace was good. You can tell the difference in fighting style between Jit and Suel. Jit is more aggressive going in to fight the opponent, while Suel stays still using overwhelming attacks at the opponent, but that doesn't mean he can't fight hand to hand. I didn't think they would kill Ace at the second to last episode. This is just as shocking as the thing that happened in Gaim. I'm not going to say what. When I was watching the episode, I thought this was a plan they made up with Gurori. I was like, there's no way they're going to kill Ace. There's no way. This has to be one of his fox tricks. But he's dead. Or maybe it's still one of his tricks. We will find out. Next time is the last episode of Geats. What will K1 and the others be able to do without Ace? Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and support the official release. I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got a new mic. You can finally not hear my mouth bubbles. I apologize for that. You can hear the audio change around the time when Gurori first shows up. But yeah, got a new mic. Yay. Bye.